Alex, Taylor, welcome
Thank
to
you.
the DoTheWork Podcast. Great to have you here. How you doing?
Yeah, great to be here.
Yeah, first kind of thing I've done like this, so pretty excited.
First ever podcast, actually.
Yeah, first
It
podcast.
is first ever podcast.
So yeah,
Yes, you've done a lot of like Instagram, YouTube stuff, but not so much podcast. So
No.
Not yet. Maybe it's something that's going to follow on. I guess you see it a lot nowadays, don't you?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm not against talking. I don't mind
He
talking.
does not
so.
mind talking.
we'll see if you still like it then at the end, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll do a bit of a get to know. For those listening in, I'm guessing people tuning in have probably follow you, probably intrigued to find out a little bit more about you that they don't maybe see on social media. So we're going to dive into a little bit of that. Hopefully, if it's all right with you, talk about kind of like your relationship with fitness at some point as well, but very much just an open chat, really.
Yeah. So
I guess let's start with, when did you meet and how did you meet?
2020, weren't it? Probably December time. So we're talking COVID at the moment, and we're both in Sydney in Australia. I went out there because my best mate were living there at the time, and I just wanted to do something a bit different. I was living in England. I was working as a travel agent at the time in Preston at the STA Travel that used to be STA Travel. I think they went under shortly after with COVID and stuff, but decided to get out to Sydney again, which wouldn't have been my first time there, like third or something like that. Went back out, loved the beach life, had a best mate there, settled in, got a new job. We all got COVID. The pandemic started, and it got to about December time, and me and Taylor worked across the street from each other. I was in an organic grocery store. She was in like a little place selling like acai bowls, smoothies, all that kind of. So both like health driven, I guess, shops. Ours was like organic produce, and hers was more like, I guess you'd call,
Just like a cafe. Smoothie bowl cafe.
but like really like in trend type place, weren't it?
Yeah.
You know, like
Aesthetic.
aesthetic, acai smoothies, like the ultimate health kind of place. And we'd just seen each other across the street. She came to my place, I came to hers.
But to start off how we met, I went over to you.
Right.
I always have to make this.
She said hello, basically.
No,
you instigate?
I made the first move. Yeah. We had a couple instances where I had gone in and I had got a couple things from the shop and he was at the till to check me out and all that. And then there was one morning, it was like 7 a.m. I saw him over there. He wasn't busy. Well, I think you were changing out an orange juice machine or something. And I was like,
I got all best jobs, me.
I was like, I'm going to go talk to him. So I just walked across the street and I pretended I needed a Red Bull. And as I was walking out, I like stopped to say hello. And
You pretended you wanted that Red Bull.
yeah, I didn't need
I
it.
thought it before you. You wanted it.
No, I didn't need it. I just came over there to talk to you.
Yeah. And what did you say to me?
Hello.
Yeah. Useless. That's all they need to say. All right. Right, what do you want?
No.
I'm trying to clean this orange machine up.
No, and then you asked me for my Instagram and what time I got off and what you were doing later. Then we went to the beach.
I remember seeing her a few times before and thinking she's half decent, like I like the look of her. And but I never thought out of it because I was just working, and it was just more like, what are you doing after work? Do you want to do stuff? And back then it was COVID, Sydney time. It was more like, what can you do with someone that you've just met? Do you want to go for a walk down coast? It were all fitness related, weren't it? Really, like go to the beach, have a swim, walk down coast.
I was like in and out of lockdown too at those times.
And it were like, can you go out? Can you not? They were changing the rules all the time, so we just made the most of like what we could do basically, and it were all like outdoorsy stuff, and there were no formalities. There were no let's have dinner in the city.
There was no dates.
No dates. Let's get a bottle of wine and do this and that, and it was just more like active outside, like
We just went for a swim every day.
proper meet, like where you got to actually chat and talk, and like it worked out for the best really. I mean,
We've been together ever since that day.
we've literally like that worked 20th of December, weren't it?
Yeah.
20th of December 2020. We've never considered an alternative since that day.
Yeah.
And here you are now. So did you get married in the US?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Last year, December 4th.
4th of December last year, Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah. It was fun, wasn't it?
It was a fun wedding because we didn't spend much money, but it was just more like short, to the point, very us, just like no real plan.
We wore Nike tracksuits. I had a white Nike tracksuit. He had a black Nike tracksuit. And we were inside of a car when we said our vows. It was like a drive-through wedding.
We rented a Mustang.
Right.
Yeah.
Just like
Sat in the car.
Yeah, so it's literally as people say what it's like then.
Yeah.
How long had you planned it for? Or was it like a on the whim kind of thing?
It was on the whim,
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Because we just decided we didn't want to be like apart and do long distance and stuff like that, and it was just something that we were like, yeah.
We were gonna do long distance, and then we were like, don't want to. We just changed our mind. Yeah. Yeah.
So we just decided to get married and on the spot, really.
Yeah, because your family didn't even come. Like, it was all just, we planned it like 2 weeks before we went.
Didn't invite my mum and dad out because they wouldn't have had time to come.
No.
So it was a bit like, not that a lad imagines his own wedding, or some might, but I never imagined my own wedding, to be fair. But like, that's the truth for me personally. But it couldn't have gone better for what I wanted. But I never planned it. Like, I never imagined that would have happened.
Yeah.
And even now, I just think like, you're married now, and it's like a weird feeling. But it was perfect, weren't it?
Yeah.
The way we did it were perfect for us.
Yeah.
Like,
has anything changed since you're married?
She's just got more annoying, like, every week.
I've had to correct you a few times because sometimes you'll still say like my girlfriend. I'm like, wife.
I'll say me missus, me bird.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's fine. Me missus and me bird. That's fine. I don't mind those.
That pest that I have to be with all the time.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's changed.
One of my friends who's married, he said, I asked him like 6 months after, I was like, is there any difference? Like, you know, and he just said, there's absolutely no difference other than now, if you have a bit of an argument or whatever, you just have to accept that if you were not married, like, you could have just walked away and left it. Now you just got to figure it out. That's the only difference. Like, you just got to figure it out. And
I go with that.
There's no going back now.
It's like, you might as well get over it quicker and just let it drop, because what else are you going to do? Like, whereas you had the chance to do something else before you got married.
Even like if we have arguments, you'll be like, you knew that about me, Taylor. I haven't changed. You're married to me. You married me.
She knew what she married me. And I knew what I was getting with her.
Yeah, you knew what you signed up for.
Yeah,
so it's your own fault. You've got to like internalise it and go, you said you could deal with this.
Yeah.
And it's not getting worse. She's not changed since we got married. So it's just, you just get on with it, don't you? Crack on.
Yeah.
And then you like remember why you wanted to do it, and then that keeps coming back.
All the good bits outweigh the bad.
Hopefully it should with everyone. Like, the good bits should stay there, shouldn't they?
Yeah.
Totally. So I think obviously, how many followers have you got now?
Taylor on all that.
240K on Instagram, 270 something on TikTok.
Right, because you'd probably check that a lot of times, wouldn't you? Because you're always on account and stuff.
Yeah, and I think like 30K on Facebook and like nearly 7K on YouTube. So that's all the platforms that we have.
500,000.
Yeah, altogether. Yeah, that'd be a better way to put it.
It's crazy, right? We're going to get into that because I want to know a bit more about how that's changed you guys, whether it has or it hasn't, and how it impacts your life day to day and stuff. But I also think it's important for, if people don't know, to know a little bit more about you guys behind the social media profiles, if you will. I know we had a brief chat about it, Alex, but could you share like what you actually do away from social media?
Like me for jobs and stuff like that, you mean? Yeah. So work-wise, I sell alcohol at the moment. So about 4 years ago-ish, I fell into a job for Laithwaite's Wines. So a lot of people will know from England because they are an English company based down south. I had a mate who was selling wine for them. And he said to me, like, he got to know me at the grocery store, and he said, oh, you seem like the kind of lad that likes to talk to customers, and you enjoy kind of selling stuff as well, and you might like selling wine. Do it with me. And I went, yeah, why not? Because at the time it was more like, if you're really not happy in your job, you'll go anywhere else. You know how it is. Like, you jump ship and you get something new. And I liked drinking in general, so like, as everyone does around here, to be honest. But wine was something that I did enjoy anyway. And I just thought, why not? Sell a bit of wine. It can't be that hard type thing. Got into it, loved it, started really getting into like the nerdy side of wine stuff and figuring out, because you have to really, because if you're selling a product, I think, go and sell it 100%, do it to the max, get really into it. So I did. And then I was with them for about 2 or 3 years in Australia. When we lived in Sydney, that were great. When we moved, I got qualifications in wine up to like level 3. There's like level 1, 2, 3, and 4 in wine. So I've done the first 3 out of 4. Probably would have done the 4th one if I'd have stayed in Australia, but moved away. Really enjoyed that. And I wanted to continue in that kind of realm, if you will. And I thought I was being offered a job with Laithwaite's in the US at first, and it fell through for whatever reason. And I thought, I've got to do something along this line now because I've got these qualifications, don't waste them. And I always felt like I wasted everything that I ever got growing up because, like, I did a degree in sports science, which might interest you because it's health and fitness stuff, but didn't really pursue it in the way I thought I would after it, other than being a PE teacher. But being a PE teacher back then was the easy way out. That's what everyone did because it was just like, if you can't do anything else, try and be a PE teacher. But they had a lot of problems with that later on because so many people wanted to be a PE teacher. And then they had overload of PE teachers and they put all the PE teachers in schools doing science and maths and on supply. And then they all dropped out because there were too many for the demand. And I wasted that job, wasted them qualifications as a teacher. But I still had the skills from talking, teaching, tuition, tutelage, all that kind of stuff. So I put that into alcohol now. I did all the 3 wine things. And then I thought, I might want to extend it a bit more. So what can I do? Spirits. So that's what I do in America now. So I do wine and spirits as well. And that's a massive world as well. And especially when you go over to America, it's all the bourbon from Kentucky. It's all the other whiskies. It's all the scotch. It's all tequila, mezcal, vodka, gin. And it's just like, it were a bit of a big world for me to look at. And I thought, how am I going to do all this? Because the wine was enough on its own. But I got further and further in and I just love it now. So it's just more like every time I go into a shop or a supermarket, I just look at all the shelves straight away and I'm thinking, what have they got? What's the prices? How can we sell this? Maybe they need that in that country. And that's just like something I'm going to keep wanting to do, I think, now.
You can't switch that off.
I can't turn it off because I'm one of them, like, as you might be with fitness and stuff, it's like when you jump into a new world, there's only a point in jumping into it if you're going to see it out at the other end and you do it 100%. And that's what I tried to do with everything in my life. But I got let down by industries. I got let down by COVID. I got let down by bosses that I had that didn't believe in me or bosses that don't care about you. So then I got into this world and I thought, it's me basically representing myself as a salesperson because you can jump around companies, but if you know your stuff and you know the content, you can work for whoever you want or even yourself because the knowledge don't go anywhere. So I just thought like that'd be a good thing for me going forward.
Cool. So how do you balance that then, Alex, with obviously traveling and stuff? Are you working whilst you're here now in Preston or how does that work?
Basically, I have a casual job on paper with the place I'm at the moment. So they know that when I'm in, I'm 100%. But I've said to them, look, if you want to keep me at the place I'm at, I need to be able to go home 2 or 3 times a year. Will that be reasonable for you? Do you accept those terms? And they've said, yeah, for now, which is amazing. And that's, when I go into jobs now going forward in the future, I'm always going to test bosses and test management and just say, this is the life I want to live. Can you help me? Because when I work for you, I'll do you 100% every time I'm in. But I do need leeway because my family's going to be in England. So if they can't support that, I'm not going to work for them. If they can, then definitely will.
Yeah, fair.
And that's what these lot have done so far. They've been really supportive and they've said, how long do you need off to see your family? You want to go on Christmas, New Year? Brilliant. Like we like that. We agree.
Yeah, so whilst you're here, you're not working.
I'm not working now other than like supporting Taylor if she needs to do content and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Whereas when we go back to America, I'll be like, the day we land, the day after I'm in, straight away, working in the alcohol industry.
Wicked. And then Taylor, you can have a rest now, Alex.
Yeah. For me, I guess it's a bit different. So I studied graphic design in school. So I guess that's kind of what leads into the social media part that I'm in now. But going through different jobs, I kind of had bad luck with bosses and I didn't really enjoy working for somebody. And I guess didn't have the motivation to work for somebody either. I always thought I wanted to do something on my own. So at the moment, back at home, I just work part-time in a wellness center purely for the perks. It's like a sauna, cold plunge, red light therapy type of place. So I work there about 15 hours a week. And then everything else is through our socials, which I basically spend 24/7 on, don't I?
She never turns off.
Never stop. Because I feel like with that, for me at least, like the only thing stopping us from making more money would be me stopping what I'm doing, me not working hard enough. And like maybe once we get to a more comfortable point, then I've posted every single day for over a year now, literally every single day. And
sometimes more than once, right?
Sometimes twice a day.
And it's multiple platforms and stuff as well. Like I know, honestly, I know how hard it is. And if I didn't have to do it for work, I would barely post on social media, if at all. Like I tend to not put much of my private life on there and stuff. I just know that I have to do it for business.
Yeah.
So I know how kind of like consuming it can be.
Yeah.
So that segues nicely into kind of where I wanted to go with this. So when did it start? What gave you the idea to start posting it? And when did it start kind of like kicking off in terms of like people are actually following us here? Like how did that work?
Yeah, so...
You know that better than me.
Yeah, well, I've always posted on social media and I've always loved it. So I did work in a marketing company in Australia and I was doing their socials. And then on top of that, I started my own profile as like an American in Australia. And that started gaining a little bit of traction. So I wasn't making any money from it, because in Australia, they don't have like a monetization program or anything. But I was just having fun with it, and I was getting more followers. And then one day we did a video with a big group of friends. It was you, another guy from England, 2 Aussies, and 2 people from Scotland. And we just did like, you say a word, like I would say biscuit, or no, I would say cookie. I confuse myself all the time now. I would say cookie and you would say biscuit. And we'd do that in like a group, and it'd be like the reactions. He was in the video, and in the video, he just was himself, wasn't bothered, didn't want to be there, had an absolute like grumpy, miserable face. And everybody in the comments was like, who's that guy in the white hat? Like, and on top of that,
miserable bastard.
Yeah. On top of that, in the beginning of the video, he said like, "Oh, I'm Alex. I'm from Preston." And then also everybody in the comments was like, as if somebody from Preston's on social media. And
I guess that's what it was, right? It was like, why is like Preston lad in Australia anyway?
Yeah.
So is most of your following local to here? Obviously, you're local to here, aren't you? Yeah.
I'd say 90% of our audience is all of the UK on all platforms. We don't have an audience really anywhere else. Or it's British people living in America or British people living in Australia. It's not really...
We've had a lot of people in the US that say we're from, Rotherham, or we're from Midlands or somewhere, but I married an American, now we live in Wisconsin, or now we live in Tennessee or whatever. Yeah. And it's so relatable because you're doing it with Taylor, and it's like they see that same situation. And it's kind of nice to see that. For me, it's like I'm not the only one who's like taken the plunge and gone over there, and like you feel like you're isolated and that at times in America, because different culture in it, America. So you can't really just like go places and make friends dead easy, because you've got nothing in common with how you grew up. The history of like what you know isn't what they know. People
probably underestimate the difference between like England and the US.
Oh, 100%.
In terms of culture.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I'd say the language, the English language is the only thing that like really. And
obviously, as we see from your content, that's debatable, isn't it?
Yeah.
But even then, you can pick all the holes in it, can't you?
But even then, it's like what really made it go big was the fact that you're Northern. Like, it wasn't just like you see a lot of more Southern people on social media more than you see any Northerners. You don't see any Northerners kind of like doing anything on there. Maybe now more so than ever, but before.
I'm going to say in Sydney, when we lived in Sydney, that were a weird thing, because Sydney's full of English people, right? It's full of Irish, full of English, but you'd never see Northerners.
No.
And you're thinking like, I came out from Preston just to try something new. And I knew other people from here that did it, but I know probably 8 or 9 people who did it. But I'm thinking, how come no one else like wants to try something new? Like you can be proud of where you're from. Like, I love where I'm from, but like I wanted to see other places as well. Yeah. And maybe have short stints living in different places, but everyone who seemed to take the plunge from England to us, they were all Southerners. They were all from down south somewhere, like I guess Buckinghamshire or Cambridge, or they were from Cornwall, or they were from somewhere like that.
I think about like my group of mates. They've done I've got a friend who's done a lot of traveling. Like he's certainly been in all the continents, and he's spent like a year in all these different places. He's been to Korea, he's been to Guatemala, he's been to New Zealand, he's done it all. But I think most people don't do any of that from round here. Maybe there's something there. I don't know. Maybe.
I wish there was. I wish there was more people to do it, because I would have been in Sydney with more mates that were local. I would have been traveling and backpacking in different places, which I did a lot of as well. And I would have met people from the north of England, and we would have just clicked and gelled straight away. As soon as you did meet one in Sydney, you're like best mates with them straight away, because you kind of know the script, and everyone's very similar.
90% of your following is local to here. So when you come back here, when you're out and about and stuff like that, do you get recognised and stuff? And how's that?
All the time. Now, we first got recognized. It's funny. So when we had maybe 30,000 followers, I think. I remember the very first time we got recognized, we were in Manchester last year in like August.
And Northern Quarter, wasn't it?
Yeah. And someone just came up to us and was like, are you guys Tay and Alex? And we like both looked at each other like.
Was that girl in the shop that you're on about?
It was 2 in like within 10 minutes.
Yeah, we got 2 at the same time.
There was like a jean shop in Manchester and then the other shop. So it was like 2 within 10 minutes. We both looked at each other. It was like, that was so weird. But now it happens all the time, and I
remember it felt good though, because the people we met the first people to interact with us about it were really nice. And I would have, not that you get scared, but like when someone comes up to you in public that you don't know, you get on guard a bit, and you'd be like, what do you want? Do you know what I mean? Like
That's definitely the northern.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
like, who are you? What do you want? Type thing. But they were like so warm and nice to people.
Yeah.
So I just remember thinking, if it all carries on like that, that'd be all right. Like it's not too bad. Do you know what I mean? And then after that, it just happened more and more.
More and more. I mean, now it happens more than ever. But I think every time, people are just so kind, and they say like, your content makes my day, or like you make me smile so much, or like keep doing what you're doing, and that type of stuff just makes.
Or they just shout something like mad to me, like, "Oh, you butter pies," and then that's it.
Yeah, or that too.
Or brown sauce, not red, or something like that, and I'll just go, "Yeah, all right, mate," like blah blah blah. And there's not been any bad ones yet. Like no one's been nasty or anything. So I mean, I don't know what nasty they were gonna say, like as if you put brown sauce, you wanker, or something.
Yeah.
Have you had anything like that in like comments and stuff though? Have you had any? Bad DMs or bad comments or anything like that?
You do get them, don't you? But like, it's not as much as I thought you would, to be honest. Because I know like through this account, we've spoken to other people who do similar accounts and stuff like that, and you look at some of the stuff people say to them, and you think we've got it really good, really.
Yeah, because we don't say anything where they could say something really, really bad. Like if they might call. The most I think we get is calling me annoying for my American accent, which I'm used to anyways from being around the world, but I don't really care.
But that's like a stereotype.
That's just a stereotype, yeah. They don't like to hear my voice.
Everyone would expect that comment.
Yeah. Yeah, but we don't really get anything nasty.
I guess you don't say loads of like polarizing things. You're just you, aren't you? So it's not like you're going out there saying, I don't know, I love this and hate this. Or You're just being you. So perhaps that doesn't attract.
No, and most of the time it's comedy too, and it's just supposed to be funny, and you're just supposed to have a laugh about it. Like it's just like disagreements on which sauce you use, or it's disagreements on what type you use Branston beans over Heinz beans, and people get upset over that. But it's never anything like deeper in that to upset anybody.
So how'd you keep coming up with the ideas, and also how much planning goes into these reels? I'm guessing you do most of it.
All of it. But planning wise, we don't do any planning.
I'll chuck some ideas to you now and again.
Yeah.
I think
a few ideas.
Because it's become like, at the start it was more lifestyle, like play this game or this word or whatever, like differences between different country people.
Oh yeah.
It developed after that into food and drink, and I don't know if we didn't aim that to happen, but it just became food and drink. Like you review foods and stuff, but eating and drinking is something everyone's passionate about, and everyone has to do it every day.
Yeah.
So I think the natural thing for ideas was like, have you tried that yet? Have you been here yet? Have you been to that chippy yet? Have you been to that pie shop yet? And then it just like, we get flooded all the time, because I read the account sometimes and I look at, oh, you need to try this. Have you been to there yet? Have you done this? This is best chippy in Northwest, or this, that and the other. And we're like, if we've been, we'll go, yeah, sound, it's classed there. And we reply to a lot of people if we can. But if we haven't been, we'll write it down and go, oh yeah, we should go there then.
Yeah,
and then when we go,
admin, right? I'm guessing you get a lot of comments and DMs. So how do you manage?
Yeah, I've actually dedicated that duty to him. So now, he responds to a lot of the comments, and you respond to a lot of the DMs where I do all the editing, which takes hours, and I do all the recording. And
the one thing I do regret with like getting back to people is I'm the type of person where if I got 30 birthday messages, I'd write to all 30 people. And not just like the message, I'd write a reply going, hope you're well, this, that, the other. And I do that on my personal account with 250 followers. But they're all people I know quite well. So when they say happy birthday, I go, oh, what a legend. Like, you've said happy birthday, like you thought about me. That's class, I'll get back to you. But I'd love to do that with everyone. And you don't have time. Like, you're living your life and you just do not have the capacity to do it.
Probably can when you're on the up, and then when it's going up, but then it hits a point where it's just like out of control.
Yeah.
I suppose you have to sort of just accept that you can't do that for everyone.
Yeah.
We open an inbox now and there's like bold messages and like ones that you've looked at before, and there can be 300 or 400 bold at a time. And you just think, I look at it and go, so if I'm in the wrong mood, I just can't. And there's all these nice people saying stuff. There might be 2 or 3 that are nasty, but the other 300 and odd will be nice. And you just think, I'll try. And I go through about 20, 30, something like that.
Yeah.
And I get to the end of them and I'm knackered and my eyes are gone. And I just think like, I can't do anymore.
Yeah.
So do you see yourself as influencers? Do you think like that? Or how do you see yourself?
I don't see it at all. I'll start that one. I don't see any change whatsoever. I just go, because I deal with customers a lot at work. And it's a similar thing where if people write to you you're nice back and you're transactional and you just say, oh, you've said this, I'll reply. And it's not that there's no emotion in it. It's just like, oh, that's nice. Oh, I tell you what about this, blah, blah, blah. And you'll write back and it's a conversation, but it could be like your mate from the pub, or it could be your customer at work, your client. And I just see it as more people that I interact with, which is a good thing for me. I don't mind it at all. If I can get back to everyone, I would. But I don't see a change in like how anyone should see me and Taylor at all. I think it could go on for 10 more years as it is and just keep getting bigger and bigger. And I don't think me and her would change one bit.
Yeah, so that was my next question. Like, do you think it's changed you guys at all? Like,
it might change how people see us,
but
I don't think it changes how we see people.
And and
how you behave as well. Like, you just exactly the same. Like, clearly you're authentically who you are in the videos, and you are. It's not like it's, because I think a lot of people on social media, they put a bit of a front and create like a character almost. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That was like the number one rule he had with me, actually. He was like, okay, I'll do this video, but don't tell me what I cannot say. I'll say exactly what I want. And then you edit it and I'll let you know if it's me or not. And if I don't see any part of me in that video, like, you're not posting it at all. So everything is 100%.
I said, obviously, you can edit what you want, but I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want to say.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to say, and no more. And we argue about that a lot, even
that's
now.
That's why people probably like it and take to it, though, because things are so, like, you know what I mean, edited these days, and people are like watered down and whatever, whereas you're just as you are, and I think people like that. Yeah. Especially, like, say, if it being people from around here, they'd probably like, oh, that's someone like me. He talks like me. He says the things I say. Yeah. He swears a little bit here and there. Do you know what I mean? Like, you might piss a few people off with your swear words here and there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
that's probably.
We get that. I get that a lot.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh,
what's the need for swearing?
You're a bit thick and you can't talk properly, or you're chabby, or you're this and that. But it's like, if you came and you spent an evening in my house with my mum, my dad and my brother, you'd see the same person. That's who it is. And whether you like that or not, I didn't ask for this to start either. So it's like, are you going to change and be fake? Or are you just going to say yes to Taylor because she really enjoys doing it and just be yourself and just see what happens? Like, if you can't win being yourself, there's no point trying doing it as someone else. Yeah. I don't think.
There's so much fake stuff online.
But if you want to be fake and you're doing it for a reason, because it's like skits and it's sketches and it's comedy and it's planned and rehearsed, totally get it, because that's your job.
Yeah.
But I didn't try and do this. This was an accident. So for me, it's like, it doesn't make any sense to try and fabricate anything. And you learn a lot about people's interactions with you because of that. And like I say, most of it's been positive.
Everyone's really nice. Yeah.
So nobody that you know has treated you any differently in a negative way.
I get sarcastic comments from mates like, "Oh, don't speak to him. Someone will be filming it," or you know, things like that. Or they don't mean it in a nasty way, but it's more like, I'll just have a laugh with him and go like, "Oh, fuck off," whatever.
Yeah, just take it for what it is.
But I've learned through, like, I was scared at the start. Obviously, like most people would be, like, half my life's online now, and I never thought it a big case.
No, because you're the last person to be on social media or even like social media.
I used to put a photo on from my holiday. Say I went to Sri Lanka. I did a lot of travelling, and I went to Africa or wherever. I'd put a few pics on from trip and go, this is this place, this is that place. And I was dead proud of where I'd been because I like travelling and stuff. But that were it. I'm day to day in Preston.
Talking to a camera was like the worst thing ever for you at the start. You're like, I'm not talking to a camera.
I was a teacher as well for nearly 10 years. High school teacher. So for a kid to pull a camera out on you, that's the worst thing.
At first, though. And I remember the first time we were in the studio doing this, or the first time I had to do a video, like to put it on my Instagram, to do a reel. I was walking around like Moore Park, walking the dog, you know, trying to think of things to say on the camera. And I remember, and I've been saying this to the new PCs here to try and encourage them to do it, like, when you first do it, you're going to be shit. And what I did is I watched the video back, and I watched it about 25, 30 times. And I was counting, like, when did I say, why did I move my hand like that? Why did I do this? Why did I do that? And then once you've done it 100 times, you're like, oh, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
You just get better the more you do it. And it normalizes.
Exactly.
Practice like house else, innit? Yeah. But you seem like you're like very comfortable now with like speaking in this kind of scenario. And in your job, that's like a massive advantage in it.
It's just doing it so many times, that's it. I wasn't always comfortable doing it, you know.
But that'll put you ahead of everyone else who's not done it yet, really, because you'll be able to teach people how to do this. Because this is a skill.
It's just being willing to be uncomfortable initially.
Yeah. I'm uncomfortable now because I've never done this, and I just think like there's a big thing in my face, like, and it's just more like, how did I get to the point where someone's going to listen to me, like in this kind of a situation? Because I'm just a normal person like anyone else from around here, but.
That's the difference, though, isn't it? I think that's the important thing to get across, and that's why I was hoping to chat about a bit today. Like, people see you guys as like, oh, they're influencers, they're amazing in front of the camera, they love it, they can't wait to do it. But there's probably stuff that you don't like doing, or stuff that
we argue every day about this.
Yeah.
Every single day we argue, and she's like, I need you to do this. I go, no, fuck off. Like, I'm not doing it now. Or she'll go, oh, well, at least before end of the day, I need 2 things. And I'm like, well, why can't we do it tomorrow? And she's like, no, I need it today. And I'm just thinking, it always comes back to how much do I respect her, and she tries her best, and I love her, and we got married and all that. It's all for a reason. It's because you want her to be happy, and you want her to like succeed at her passion. And it all comes back to that.
And it allows us to have this life of being able to be here for 5 weeks.
And that stuff makes me more inclined to do it.
Otherwise, like in the States, if you work full time, you get 2 weeks off a year, and you're just like tied down to a job. And you
never understood that.
No freedom whatsoever. And I've been telling them, look, this is what's going to allow us to spend half of our life in the UK, to be with your family as they're getting older, and to be with my family as they're getting older.
Very important, obviously, the family stuff, because if you leave your country where you're from and your city that you're proud to be from, and you go and live at the other side of the world, and your parents are in, my mum's nearly 70, my dad's nearly 80. So what do you do to get back? If you get 2 weeks off a year in the States, how do you come home? How do you watch over your parents? Like, they've done you a service for all your life, and then you just say, oh, I fancy this, I'm never going to see you apart from like maybe every 2 Christmases. I don't think it's fair, that. So I'd give it all up to stay here. If they told me they wanted me around more, or if they got sick or ill or anything like that, I'd be there in a second. And she reminds me really well that like we can do that. If we persist with this stuff now, that's the best chance we've got of living the lives that we want in each of our countries, because she loves it here and I like certain aspects of where we are in the States. And there's only one chance to do that, and it's to do this. Because they haven't figured out a way yet. Maybe it'll happen in the future, hopefully, where people can have more freedom to work wherever they want in different countries.
Work from home is becoming more popular.
Work from home was so evidence of, didn't we, in Sydney?
Yeah.
Because I worked from home for a bit while COVID were on and stuff like that, and I didn't mind it. I thought it was crap at first, but then...
It's definitely changed the landscape with working from home. A lot of people just haven't gone back into the office or whatever, 5 years later or whatever.
But certain jobs, I think, like selling alcohol or whatever, like if you've got the knowledge and you're there half the time, you're better to the company than if you're there none of the time. So me doing 6 months in America for that company will be better for them than me doing no months. And they'll get me for 6 months, 100%, and I'll give them everything I've got. But it's like, you have to let me see my family as well.
You've got to live too. And both of our passions are like traveling is the biggest thing that we've done together, that we love to do together, and we want to continue to do together for forever.
Yeah.
And the only way to keep traveling is to be able to have the flexibility to do so.
We're not really career oriented in the way that like people were in the past either. You know, where it's like, I'm going to work for this boss so that they like me, so that I get promoted. And then hopefully they'll promote me again. And then worry that if that boss leaves, the other one's going to be nice as well. And then just keep trying to climb that pyramid. We've never been like that.
I haven't stayed at a job for longer than like maybe 2 years. I think
I've been same 2 years probably. Because that's what happens when you travel a lot and you want to see the world and stuff. But also like you've got no tolerance. I've got zero tolerance for like people who don't respect good workers.
Yeah.
And there's so many people out there that don't respect good people.
Yeah.
And they let bad people continue to work for them for too long, but the good ones get tired of giving everything and then they quit early, or they go off with mental stress. Saw it a lot in teaching where the best teachers were the first ones off sick because they cared more about the kids. And it was just seeing all that firsthand. I was just like, if I care so much about what I want to do with myself, why do I put that in the hands of a boss who doesn't care about anyone? So I guess we want to see that change, don't we, really, that landscape, like where we can provide a good service to whoever we're supposed to do it to, but we want that respect back.
Yeah.
And we want it to be a mutual thing.
But that's what drives me to do the socials and to make this work for us, like full time, at least for me, and you to have the option to do whatever you'd like to do. That's what like drives me, is I don't want to work for somebody. I want to be able to control my own life. I want to be able to pick my own time. If I get sick, I don't want to feel guilty for missing 3 days. Or if I need to help my mom with something, I want to be able to be like, yeah, Mom, I'll be there for you right then and there, rather than try to work out time off and disappointing other people.
Be there for your family, be there for your friends, give everyone the time they deserve, but then put the work in while you're working as well.
Yeah, that's why I want the socials to work, and that's what drives me to do it pretty much every day too. And I enjoy it. I have a lot of fun with it. You've
clearly identified what your values are at the end of the day, and you're like, okay, this is what we live by. And I don't think most people do that. They just, like you say, just turn up, work. Maybe they do a good job half a good job or whatever, and then wait till Friday and then the cycle continues. But at least you know exactly what it is that you want, and then you're working towards that. So tie off this kind of like influencer, social media, what you do kind of bit. What would be the biggest misconception you think that people have about being an influencer? I'm using that term loosely.
Yeah, I think the biggest one is that people think you make loads of money. And they think you make loads of money by just talking online and posting it and thinking that it's a 5-second job. Like I just record a video and post it. When I spend 2 to 3 hours probably editing our videos and putting on the captions and putting it on at the right time and making sure there's like a hook for the start of it, making sure people are going to engage with it, putting questions into it. Like people think it's just, oh, you just talk to a camera and that's it and you get paid for it. And even that, like we do just talk to a camera and just sometimes get paid for it, but not every video we make money from. We don't get as many brand deals as people think. Every time we post one brand deal, there'll be comments saying like, oh, you guys are sellouts now that you're making money. But that's the only way to make money.
How does that make you feel when you get those comments?
I don't mind it because I think it annoys you more than it annoys me. I don't really mind it though because I know what the purpose is and I know what our intentions are, and we don't say yes to every brand deal, and we only say yes to ones we believe in, we would use. So like I know the true intentions behind everything we do, so it doesn't bother me, but I'd say it kind of irritated you a bit more at the start. Don't you think?
I guess you're always going to get that though, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's the thing that's the thing that I've learned from Taylor throughout most of this process. It's like people are going to say the opposite of what you want. No matter who you are.
Yeah.
And we've seen people's accounts who we're friends with who are raising money for charities, and people will abuse them, and people will do stuff for old people and they'll get abused, and they'll be like, oh, you're only doing that for clicks. You're only doing that because it's being filmed. People will feed the homeless. Oh, why do you have to film it? And no matter what you do, people somewhere will be so mad that they just want to get something off the chest and they write it to someone.
They just want to attack someone else.
But I'm not someone who's like big on socials to the point where I wasn't really thinking about all that stuff, but because I ended up in it by accident, I had to be told like you might want to like I wasn't given the playbook on how to deal with any of this stuff, and neither was she. But Taylor don't really care what people say at all. I don't think really, unless it's really nasty and it's like targeted at her parents or something like that. Whereas for me, it's like, why would you say that? Like, what's point? But
a generational thing between me and you because I'm younger.
But then she's like, yeah, but look at the account. It's someone without a face and they've got no name. And it's
always someone with a dog or a cat or no picture or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
they're like user 347 or whatever. And she's like, just don't worry about it. And then since then, I just don't now. But for the first couple of weeks, I was like, who's this saying that? And she's like, you can go 2 ways with this. You can either start absolutely fucking tearing people a new one like you probably want to do, or you just let it go because it don't matter. And
it's gonna get more as you grow as well.
Yeah.
And some people get so much more than we do. Yeah. And I feel sorry for people who get a lot of it, but I don't think they care because they just continue. Like these people who are writing these nasty messages, they're not stopping these people having their accounts. Not many of these people are closing down because of it.
Yeah.
Hardly anyone are going, oh, you've abused me, so I'm going to stop tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, you don't see that. You see people just carry on and on. So it's not having that much of an effect, is it really?
No, you just got to live your life.
I saw that and I was just like, I'm just not.
Yeah, you've got to just let it go. Anyone who's getting any level of, success or whatever is going to get someone shouting from somewhere else.
Trying to pull you back down.
Trying to pull you back down. Like
it's because you have a bad day sometimes.
Crabs in the bucket story, isn't it? So,
yeah.
All right, let's move on to fitness.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what I do, but I know you guys have like an interest in fitness as well. So, what I want to get a bit of a feel for is you obviously do a lot of traveling. So, how do you make that fit with still doing what you do, and what do you like to do when it comes to fitness? I know you've been doing a little bit of running recently and stuff. Yeah. So let's start with you, Taylor.
Yeah. I've always loved fitness classes. That's always been the thing I love to do. And I have found that very hard to do in the last couple of years with just moving to a different country and trying to find a place that feels comfortable to be at every day. It feels like it pushes you and motivates you. And so I think because of that, I've picked up running because I thought in my head I'm turning 30 and that's like a crisis in my head, even though I know it's not. But I was like, I'm going to start running, which you can do a lot in traveling, which is good. I've been able to run a lot while being here. But I've always been an active person. Like I used to play volleyball in college. So being around like a group of people or a team of people, I guess you could say, is what I always like to be around, which is why I like classes. But it's really hard to stay on your fitness when you want to try new foods and when you want to explore new places. And I think the good thing about being in the UK or when we travel to different parts of Europe is like there's so much walking involved. So you feel like, you know, you've done 20,000 steps and you're watching, you're like, yes, like at least I've done something today while trying all these foods. Whereas like if you travel around the US, it's all driving. So you don't really get that you can't work out anywhere in the US really.
You have to be in a gym or a...
Yeah. So I think it's very hard to keep up with fitness and like weightlifting. We have found it really hard. We thought we were going to have so much time the last 5 weeks to work out and we've had zero time.
What we didn't realise about this trip, we had 5 weeks, but we planned some stuff in from a few weeks before we even turned up, and we knew like we were going to meet certain people. And but when we got here, there's loads more people that know you're here, and then they'll get onto you and you'll go, oh yeah, we'll fit you in. And we don't want to say no to anyone because we actually want to go out and meet everyone we can.
Yeah.
Because it's good fun. And it's great for Taylor to see new places, and I want to show her all the different things and different types of foods. And I'd be like, oh, that'd be a great chance to do this and that and the other. And we want to say yes to all this because we get really good offers when we get like really nice people wanting to meet us and stuff, like yourselves. And it's like a great thing to come and do it. But we've tried so hard to fit everyone in, and it's left us no time for fitness. So we haven't, like, other than walking, like she said,
or running,
we've had to go for runs 5 or 6 times. I think we've been running.
Yeah, even if that, yeah.
And if we hadn't have done that, we'd have struggled to do anything. Whereas, like the takeaway is, get to a point where you're going to decide one thing that you're going to do in a day, where you might meet someone, and the other half of the day is for you, and the other half of the day is to relax or to be fit or to go to the gym or to do whatever makes you happy in terms of like an active sense.
Yeah.
And we haven't done that.
What about when you're in Arizona? So where you're there for longer, you're here for 5 weeks, you're there for a longer period. So what do you do when you're there?
Yeah, me personally, I go to the gym 3 or 4 times a week, split routine, kind of normal weightlifting, put your headphones in, get it done, like a bit of weights and stuff. Because I lifted weights since I was about probably year 11 I started, and then I enjoyed it. And 17, 18, wanting to look good, you know, to go uptown and all that, all the usual stuff, played a football team, and when you're in the changing rooms, you don't want to be like the skinniest lad or whatever. It's just all the normal stuff.
Yeah.
But I actually enjoyed it, and all my mates did it as well. So developed the techniques, new lads like yourself who were PTs, and they give me tips and stuff. Went into sports science degree, doing it all in uni at UCLan. Just kind of developed really enjoyed it for years and years. In Arizona, I do the things that I learned from the past. There's probably loads of new techniques now that have come out that I don't know about, but I try and do the stuff I would have done 20 years ago and hope that it still kind of carries through. Played footy for 20 odd years, quit at about 29, 30 because I had a couple of like ankle, knee problems where I twisted ligaments and stuff, and then it was just not worth it because I travelled a lot. Never really regained the kind of impetus to go and play footy again because I knew lads who got bad injuries because they were 35 and they tried again, and then they did the anterior cruciate ligament, things like that. But now it's more like I hate running. I will say that. I fucking hate running. I can't stand it at all. It's because of boredom. I always have to be doing something. Yeah. If I take a ball and I bounce a ball while I run, that's so much better. If I can kick a ball...
I've never seen someone do that before.
It would help me so much, honestly.
Well, no, we found...
You're right, though. No one does it.
We went for a run in Avon Park, and there was like a tennis ball from a dog left over, and he found that, and he was fine the whole rest of the way around. He was like kicking it.
Kicks it about a mile around park.
And stuff like that.
And I just had to find... No matter where it went, I kind of dug it out and like carried on with it, because that was like the distraction in my head. I see these people on socials that she follows now, and it's just more like they're running 10 mile, 12 mile, 15 mile. I just think, I can't do that. It's just the...
Running is growing. It's definitely...
the monotonous nature.
It is, yeah.
And social media is doing that.
Yeah.
Is that, so obviously it's absolutely boiling in Arizona, right? Most of the time, I'm guessing. So what do you do when you're there? Can you run outside or?
Yeah, I mean, our winters are really nice. Like it's 20 degrees there right now and sunny. So wintertime I run. I mean, I only just started running literally 2 months ago is when I first picked it up. Otherwise I was in the gym, and then I love hot yoga. Really, really like hot yoga, but it just got really expensive. So I have like an online app that I do like fitness workouts through with like bands and weights and stuff like that I'll bring to the gym. And then I've enjoyed running. I've enjoyed like growing in the running space, because when I first started 2 months ago, I could barely do a mile without like pulling over and just being out of breath. And now, like today, I did 4.5 miles. We did a 4.5 mile run. Well, I did a 4.5 mile run to the coffee shop. He drove and met me there.
It's the timing of it. If she goes at midday and we've had brekkie, we've had a shower, we've had a coffee already, I'll do whatever she wants. But if it's wake up, get your clothes on and go, no interest.
Which is my style. Wake up and just go straight to a workout. Like,
but that's an issue we have as a couple. It's just what works for her is the opposite for me quite often. And I don't know if a lot of couples suffer from that, but it's more like what suits one does not suit the other.
Like in
all.
Australia, I'd wake up and my workout class started at 5:15 in the morning. And then I'd be done by 6:15. And I'd be like ready for my day. And I like genuinely enjoyed that. I want to do the first class first thing in the morning. Whereas
like 5 o'clock in the morning makes me sick thinking about it.
Yeah. You get used to it, Alex.
I did work shifts at Baxi in Bamber Bridge. Yeah. I did start at 6 till 2 in the afternoon on shifts. And it were horrible. But I had to get into it. And like you say, you do get used to it. But if I have any choice in the matter whatsoever, I'm not getting up at 5 in the morning.
But there is, not to go too far down the line, but there is a thing in terms of we are built genetically slightly different in terms of like people are, prefer early mornings, some people prefer late nights. Like I prefer early mornings. I'm useless at night. Like after this now, like I'm done. I'm going home and I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
Whereas I could do a run now at 10 o'clock till 11 and then get home, have a shower, be in bed for midnight.
Yeah. No, I'd probably get like my worst run ever if I went to go and do a run.
Yeah, same.
Right.
That's how I would be too.
So we are built that a little bit differently.
Yeah. Ideally midday for me.
Yeah.
I like a bit of fuel. I like a bit of water, coffee, banana, a bit of porridge or something like that. And then do what you want.
Yeah. I've made that work for me just because that's the balance of my life and that I'm busy like you first thing in the morning and clients at night. So during the day tends to be when I can do it.
Yeah.
So I do enjoy around 2-3 o'clock because like you said, you've had a couple of meals in you, you're quite awake. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Peak energy.
Tired. Yeah, so that kind of works for me. But you just find what works for you. And I suppose having different views, you need a bit of independence as well, don't you?
Yeah.
It's good as a couple to have your own thing. That
we don't work out together.
No.
We never work out together because that wouldn't work out, would it?
No, it wouldn't.
Sorry, terrible. But I'm one of them where I work at 2 or 3 in the afternoon till nearly midnight. So I can go at 12, I can go at 11.
Yeah.
And it works for me. But as soon as we we wake up, we have a coffee together and that's it. We won't see each other till early afternoon then. But we have that like deal, don't we, in place where the schedule allows us to go our own way for 2 or 3 hours. And that's like a really good part of my day personally because it gives me my own space to get what I need done.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need that. Definitely need that.
Yeah.
So you're out and about at the minute and even probably when you're back in Arizona and stuff, getting offered to go to all these places for food and stuff like that. So
not even.
Say that again?
I was like, not even. Nobody knows this in the US or Arizona.
Right.
Our
so
life.
It's only when you're here that so how do you, because I think a lot of people will look at that, especially people healthy eating in the minute now, January, like, how do you manage to eat all that, in inverted commas, unhealthy, calorific food, still have the energy that you've got, and not gain loads of weight?
I think it's the balance in it. In terms of like, I see what we do. Like we're living with my parents at the moment, and they'll buy a load of different foods, but they'll buy loads of stuff like healthy food, unhealthy food, a bit of everything. We've got to make sure that when we're in the house, we stay away from the unhealthy stuff that they've bought, because we'll go out and have our portion of unhealthy food while we're out to do a video for the account or whatever. But that's got to be it for the day. Like whatever we're filming, whatever like, you'd say like calorific, fatty food or unhealthy sweet tooth kind of food, that'd be it, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So say today we've gone to do berry black puddings or we've gone to do somewhere else, did we?
We went to the Contented Soul for
Contented Soul Chippy down in off Hennell Lane. We've had a chippy tea and we've had berry black pudding sandwich. But in between, we've had a load of vegetables and we've walked around, we've got a load of steps. And that's kind of like the balance for us for calories in, calories out type thing. And we try and assess each day as if it's like, not like scientifically assess it or count calories or anything like that. But we always say to each other, have we done enough before we go to bed? Like, have we done enough activity today to sustain what bad stuff we've done? So we see it all as like a balance, don't we? We try and like
we'll go for walks if we need to go for walks.
We don't have any shocking days, do we, where we like eat and never do any activity? Because for us that's like going against, like, we know that's a bad thing.
We both care about our health and what we look like, and we want to look good for each other too. Yeah. So like working out and staying on top of our fitness and our health is important to the both of us. Like we won't let each other slip. Like if you see me getting a bit bigger, you might be like, maybe let's start working out together, or let's go for a walk together.
I think that can be said in the right way,
yeah.
can be healthy and can be supportive in a relationship.
Yeah.
Right. But in the world that we're in today,
you can't say anything, can
body
you?
positivity, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
You're in theory not allowed to say that, right? But I agree with you guys there. I think like you should be there to support each other and help each other, because if it goes too far, it is going to become unhealthy. And it's also important still to be attracted to each other.
Yeah,
day,
exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, in a world where you're probably not allowed to say that, I think as long as it's done in a supportive way, it's fine.
I 100% think it should be said, because you not just looking like, not just for attraction, but for health. Like, you want to be on this earth as long as possible. You want to take care of yourself. I want to grow old with you and be with you as long as we can be. Do you know what I mean?
Nice, yeah.
That's nice. But we need our health, and we need to make sure we both stay on top of it.
I think it's not just health that, like, in a physical sense either. I think it's like mental clarity on stuff, and it's like mental health is a big thing now as well, where it's like, if she sees I'm suffering with like homesickness or something like that, she gets onto me and be like, I know how you're feeling, I know why you're feeling like that, let's go out and have a good day today.
It's just accountability.
Yeah, being accountable for your mood and knowing that it affects the other person as well. Not letting people get away with anything, but at the same time, they know why they shouldn't be allowed to get away with it, because it's affecting the other person and it's affecting their life in a negative way as well. And I think we're good at that, aren't we?
That's something we've always had from the start, is we're brutally honest with
we don't let each other get away with anything.
Like, no matter how much it hurts, no matter like the feelings, like we just go for it. And sometimes it could be pretty brutal, I think. Like, we're very, very honest, but you have to say it like it is.
We argue every day, we fall out every day, but we believe that's the remedy for, like,
if something bothers you, just say it. Like, there's no point of holding back.
We never wonder what the other one thinks about something. We always know.
A lot of people, because again, I think this is good for people to hear, because I think a lot of people would look at your channel, over 500,000 altogether and whatever.
Yeah.
They're always happy. They're taking the mick out of each other. They're joking.
Yeah.
It's the perfect relationship. They never fall out. They never bicker. But actually, we all do. And I think it's probably good for people to see that side of it as well. Not that they want you to fall out, but just that it's normal.
Yeah.
And you guys are normal.
Yeah, we do not get along every day.
Everything people are doing out there, we do it. Everything that they do, we do.
Yeah.
And everything we do, they do.
Yeah.
But it's just like, socials is a weird thing where you can choose what they see. And that's a big point to note.
But there's even some stuff on in our videos that you will say to me, and we've had comments saying like, oh, don't let him speak to you like that, or like, oh, I would never let a man speak to me like that. We've had a few of those in certain videos. That's a common
like recurring theme where a lot of the ladies would say like, I won't be with a guy who spoke to me like that.
Yeah, like, he should be treating you like a queen and all this stuff. And like,
that's a recurring theme.
That might be some people, I call it a love language. That might be some people's love language, that they need to be spoken to like that. But like, for us being honest, and I don't think he speaks to me in a nasty way. Like, and people don't see the nicer side, I guess, of Alex either, because like, that's the one thing we keep private to us, is like, just like, not that we're romantic, but
I did write you a soppy message for your birthday.
That was about it.
And I got abused as much for that.
Yeah, you did.
I got more abuse for that than I got for the other stuff.
Yeah, that's so
like
true.
We said earlier, like, you can't win.
No.
And everyone's always like got a different angle on what you've said to what you've got, because they don't know what emotions you've got in your head when you say it.
And you've got to keep some stuff private. You can't share everything.
We are a big fan, a big supporter of that, what you just said. Like, in terms of certain things, like, for every couple will always remain under the rug.
Yeah.
I think, and that's important. There has to be a percentage, but I just think our percentage is a bit lower than most people's. Like, we will share more than most people would, in terms of like, if you asked us like brutal, honest truth about everything, we'd tell you like 90% of everything.
And I always tell people too, anything I say to them about him, I would say it to his face, like, no matter what it is. If I don't like something that he does, I could say it to them, say, I hate when Alex does this. And I'd look at him and be like, I hate when you do that.
Mm-hmm. Anything, I don't even say anything bad to my mates about it, because I don't have to. I've said it all to her already. She's heard it all.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Brutally honest.
Yeah, exactly.
But then I'm more likely, if we're in the pub and all my mates are there and they're like, oh, how's Taylor? I'll be like, fucking love her to bits. She sounds fuck. Because that's the only comment left. Because everything else went to her.
Yeah.
do you know, like the only thing you've got left is the honest truth, and it's like, yeah, she's sound, she's still all right.
Yeah, I mean, I think a bad thing is to bottle that up and then upload that to your friends, and then your friends think your partner's a dick.
Yeah.
You know, which I think probably a lot of people do, isn't it? Like you say, they don't have that brutal honesty with them, and then they end up just bottling it all up and then coming to one of your mates' lad, and then all your mates think, or vice versa with. Or it's boiled.
Yeah, or you have to like hide things like, oh, like she's here now, don't say anything. Like I would hate for you to say that to your friends, like, oh, don't mention the other night. Like, you know what I mean?
That was a big thing in the culture growing up around here as well. I thought it were always like, not to blame any gender over the other one, because I think everyone's as bad as each other.
Yeah.
They can be. But it were always like, such a body's here tonight, don't mention this. Or these two are coming tonight. Remember last Wednesday, we can't talk about that. And that was always discussed prior to someone else coming in the room. And then when they turned up, everyone went quiet or they changed the subject or whatever. And I would like to see a change in that personally. I would like to see a lot more like everyone's in the room together. Everyone abuses each other, but they don't mean it. Have a laugh and then go on and just be like, great. At least it's all out there.
But it comes down to people being honest in their relationships and honest with each other.
Yeah.
And honest to themselves. Because otherwise, if you're not honest in your relationship and you do have secrets and you didn't tell your partner that you stayed out for 7 beers instead of 3, then that's a relationship problem, and that's a person problem for not saying that.
Why not have a laugh and be like, I thought I was there for 3, I ended up with 8. And she's like, yeah, you dick, and that's whatever. But then when you get home, it's like, look, I know you had a laugh with lads, but is there any chance next time you say 3, can it be 3? You can say that in private.
Yeah.
But everyone else has seen you actually deal with the situation already in pub or whatever. And it's just like, there's no ill will. And the rest of the group goes away thinking you're all sound. Yeah. Whereas there's a lot of times where I'd even be drawn into like groups of mates where it were like, she's a knob, he's a dick. He won't say that in front of her. And then eventually there's too much drama and you just think like, I don't really want to go.
Yeah.
I don't, because I was always the one that was myself and always the honest one throughout everything. And I thought, if other people can't match my level of honesty, I'll get in trouble because it looks like I'm the one that's like spilling the beans, but it's not. It's just that I'm dead honest.
Yeah.
And if I say something that like offends someone, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. Like you're there, I'll say sorry to you. But a lot of people keep too much under there, I think, where it's just like, when it comes out, it's a shock and it's meant with like anger because it's been pent up.
Yeah, it comes out the wrong way and
because it's been in there too long. Whereas Wheels, it's like instant and like, oh, you twat. Oh, shut up, you knob. And it's like that. And she's getting better with her insults, like, you know, like the longest she lives.
Banter, yeah.
Banter, yeah. Like, she's like, I learned it all from you. I'm like, no, your banter's actually good. It can't have been from me. Like, but we've had a lot of mates and she's met a lot of people in the Northwest now. And she's kind of found a personality, like an English personality, which a lot of people online have like said is like really cool to see because she's an American and she's not like the other Americans. She seems to be enjoying our culture.
Yeah, Americans are known not to have any like sarcasm.
Oh, yeah,
that's the big one, isn't it? Sarcasm.
Yeah.
But she's changing in a way where she likes what we do and she wants in on it, basically. And the way to do that for her is to like, she's not deliberately changed her accent and she's not deliberately like, how do I get banter? You know what I mean? It's just acquired over time naturally.
Yeah.
And I think like, that's funny for me to see that, but like, it's cool, isn't it? It's just different.
Yeah.
It's just being around them environments for all that time, isn't it? So
you like.
Whereas I will get more Americanized and all that. No, because there's nothing to idolize over there. I don't think there's any. I don't look at Americans and go.
No, because I agree.
I don't want to go. Oh, I'd love to be like them Americans who like do this and do that and do the other. I won't say anything too bad about them, but there's nothing to strive towards. I'd much rather be the way we are.
I think the personality, and we always say this too to everyone we meet, it's like the people are what make the place, and the people in the North, I think, are just what make the place. Like everyone's super friendly, everyone's super chatty.
Yeah.
Everyone, I always say this to him too, like you can't get this in the US, at least in Arizona where we live, where you can go into a coffee shop. And like today, actually, we had a conversation with 3 lovely people, and then the coffee shop manager's there talking, having banter with us, saying certain things. And you come out of there after like 15 minutes, like laughing, had a good time, and then you get on with your day. But in Arizona, you don't get that interaction. Everything's very...
No one will talk to you.
Everything's very transactional
right.
in the US. And again, this is just based off of where we live in Arizona because there's so many states and every state's a bit different.
That is worth noting as well. When we've travelled into like, people are like, oh, they only live in Arizona, they don't know anything. But we've been to half the US now, half the states. I've been to about 24 states or something like that. And there is another half to go. But we've seen the North, the South, the West and the East.
Yeah.
And people are radically different in different parts of that country.
It's so big, isn't it?
Yeah,
Massive.
yeah.
So people
yeah.
up north would be saying like, oh, they live in Arizona, that's why they feel like that or whatever. It is true. People are different most of the time, but there is a running theme with Americans that when you're in the US, you don't just talk to strangers, and you don't. Maybe some little towns do because they know everyone else in the town, but in big cities like Phoenix, it's the 5th biggest city in America.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, something like
No
that.
one's talking to anyone.
Yeah,
unless they know.
Whereas to me or you, it's quite normal to do that, isn't it? It almost feels like you sort of should.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If the opportunity is there, it's a bit awkward if you don't make a conversation with someone.
But isn't that very northern too? Because then you go down south, or like we were in London, and everything's very like cold, and nobody really stops to say hello to you or anything like that.
Maybe you could compare London to like Phoenix.
Yeah.
Or California, whereas the north would be more like the south in the US, or the small towns of the.
In like Boston or like
New England small towns, or somewhere like Minnesota, or somewhere where everyone's dead nice or whatever.
Yeah.
But that could be the case, couldn't it?
Yeah.
But we love, regardless, being from the place where you can just say anything to anyone.
Yeah.
And as long as it's not, you're not telling someone they're a wanker or whatever, as long as it's like a bit of banter or something positive, they're going to meet you there on that level. And they're going to go, oh, all right, mate. And even if it's Monday morning and weather's crap and you're going to work, it's like you can share a joke just before you nip in. And everyone knows that they're on the same level, and it's like we're all in this together.
I think sometimes too people hear like I don't know if they it's just a part of, I guess, the culture, but like people will share a joke but nobody will laugh, and I'm sitting there laughing. I'm like, that was funny, but you just kind of mutually say it and agree, but nobody's laughing. But
it's kind of funny just to agree and not laugh.
Yeah.
It's just the style of it. Yeah.
I think like as I mentioned to you when I first met you, like I've done a little bit of like, I've not done traveling, but I've visited countries and stuff like that. But in terms of like my relationship with friends and stuff, like if I'm having a joke with someone or taking the piss out of someone, it's because I like them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's because I trust them and I like them to be able to take the mick out of them. Whereas I wouldn't do that with someone who I was a bit unsure of or whatever. It means I'm probably feeling comfortable around them and stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas, like you say, some cultures or whatever would be like, why are you being nasty to them?
Yeah.
Or
What
whatever,
did you say to me? Like, yeah.
That's more America, definitely.
Right.
In the America that I live in and I work in. Just Phoenix, Arizona.
It's just not a part of our culture, the sarcasm and the humor that you have. I mean, and part of my family is a bit different because my dad has, I mean, if people have watched our profile, they'll have seen my dad, and he has humor, doesn't he?
But your mum does as well, where I'll say something to your mum and I'll be bantering your mum.
Yeah.
I treat her mum the way I treat my own mum. Like, kind of, everything's her fault, but you don't mean it. It's like, as if the kettle's not on, why not, basically. Like, why is the tea not made for us and all that? And it's just a little... kind of a joke, but like your mum will go for it watching, she'll have a laugh and be like, Alex, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, I love that. But I do that, like you said, to Cindy, because I'm like, I want her to be in my life forever now.
It's kind of like a term of endearment.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah.
What do they think? Just quickly, we're going to have some fun shortly after this. And we're going to do stuff that you're used to doing. What do they think of the whole kind of like getting Instagram famous, TikTok famous?
Both of our parents.
My mum and dad don't really care. They're
just older, so they don't really understand it.
Older generation, keep them out of the way, but they like that it's helping us to get to a place where we can live this life, basically. And they see the evidence that we are happy together. They like the destination, they don't care about the journey. That's how I'd describe it.
Yeah.
In terms of, they'll watch the vids, like my mum especially, she'll watch all vids.
She likes every video.
Yeah, first person to like your video is usually your mum.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So that shows, doesn't it? Like, no matter how big the account gets or whatever, your mum's usually the first one who watches it, and she like writes a comment saying a love heart or something like that. And that's, I think everyone in the world can relate to that, because if you've got 4 followers and you post something, your mum's still writing that same comment.
Yeah.
And that's important. But
my parents are very different. They don't.
They're younger mentally though, your parents.
But they still don't understand. Like, we tell them all the time. I've told my dad all the time, like, Dad, somebody at the pub like asked about you, or somebody at the pub was like, hey, your dad's so cool. Like, we've gotten that a lot. Like, oh, I love your dad. And he just laughs. I don't think he understands it. And he enjoys doing the videos too. But I don't think either of them understand. Like, they don't understand how we get paid for brand deals or why we get paid.
I didn't till last year.
It's true. You don't either. But they're all supportive of it. And I mean, my parents are the first one to like our videos too. Probably all 4 of our parents are.
I'd say with her dad, especially, because mum stays out of the way sometimes. I think with her dad, it's more like if he turned up here in Northwest, he'd be shocked at the
very
reach
shocked
of to how many people would know who he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and recognise it when you're out.
Yeah.
Assuming that all the people that met us in the street, like, which has been in the hundreds now, probably the number of meetings we've done has been like hundreds. He would have been a part of all them. And some people came up just to say to us, "Hiya guys, blah blah. Tell your dad this. Tell your dad that."
He would be recognised if he was here with you, right? As well. I'm
Yeah.
So.
And he wouldn't understand. I'd hope to bring him over here one day so he can sort of experience this place and try all the food. And he has fun with all the videos and stuff. And we actually did a brand deal one time where they said, "We want your dad in the video." So after we got paid, I gave him the money, and he was like, "Oh, that's cool."
Yeah, that's nice.
Because I was like, "Well, they required you, so you should get paid."
And then
Dad.
he asked you when the next one was.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, "Sign me up."
Now he's on payroll.
Yeah.
It is worth noting as well, I think, from a lot of recent comments, and people follow the account just for her dad.
Yeah.
And there'll be a lot of those people who love her dad, and he's the main star, he's the main character, which we totally understand. Don't we? Like, he's class, isn't he? But
he would be good for this podcast now with his health and fitness journey.
He's a big fitness freak and that. And if we ever come back, well, we will come back. And if we can do this again, maybe for another one.
If we can bring my dad,
he'd be a class on here because he's been through everything.
He like weighed over 200 pounds. He lost, what was it, like 60 something pounds?
Alcoholism. He's been really fat, lost it all, 5% body fat now.
Yeah, he trains every day.
Twice a day training.
Yeah, and he has heart failure too.
And heart failure.
So
there's a lot going on.
Yeah,
I've seen bits from obviously what you've shared in the videos and stuff like that. So it does sound like a hell of a journey. So
so anytime I like feel tired, I'm like, I have no excuse.
It's people like her dad that makes you feel like you really can do more yourself, and that you should be pushing yourself a bit more because you can. If he can do it, you can do it because he's got a lot more barriers. You know, like you'll probably talk about barriers to fitness with your clients and stuff, like what's stopping you doing what you want to do, and they'll say, well, this stops me, my schedule's tight, or I sit down all day at work and I can't be arsed, or I've got a 12-hour day and I can't get into the gym. He's got so many barriers.
He's got like 20 different health issues,
and he's had to negotiate and get round all them, and he's come out of it dead strong, and looking the way he does at 63 is phenomenal, really, considering what he's...
Yeah, he looks ripped.
Yeah, he is,
He could out-train most people our age.
Yeah.
And he'd just go like, I'll have you a pull-up competition, and he'd probably like bash 100 out or something, and you just think like, how's he doing that?
Yeah, he used to do handstand push-ups all the time. He doesn't do them anymore because
60 odd.
Yeah,
fair play.
Yeah.
Big credit.
Yeah.
So he like inspires us, I guess, as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's a huge part of why I want to also stay fit for myself and healthy for myself, because if he wasn't in the shape he was in when he got diagnosed with heart failure, he probably would have died if he was any bigger or more unhealthy. So like fitness, he always says it too, fitness saved his life a couple of years ago.
It's not easy to go around to their house and see him if I've been slacking either.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm like...
So he's going to give it to you as well.
Yeah, he's like, what happened?
I'm thinking, imagine if like, say the dad of your wife is on it twice a day, every day, and he's at 5% body fat. He's going to judge the husband. 100%. That's happening. So knowing that, because you would naturally, wouldn't you? You'd be like, why is my only daughter with this fucking guy who this slob, this lazy fucker who never does anything with himself. So I'm thinking like, do the best thing you can for yourself, so that not you're trying to impress everyone, but get potential, like reach potential. You know, like just because it makes you feel so good, doesn't it? Working out, and it's the energy and it's the extra effort that you can put into the rest of your life because you've worked out and stuff like that, and you feel those benefits when you're used to it.
And he's never let me slack in my life with fitness either. He'd always be the first person to say like, oh, it looks like you've been gaining a little bit of weight, Taylor. It looks like this. And I remember at the time I'd be like, how could you say that to me? Like, that's awful. But like, I appreciate that so much now, because it's what's like kept me on track and what motivates me to want to stay as fit, as healthy as I can be, while also enjoying my life at the same time.
You played a lot of volleyball in college and stuff, didn't you?
And he was my coach too. So he was, and he trained me a lot too. And he's a volleyball coach now at the moment.
He's still a volleyball coach now for young kids in high schools as well. So.
But
as a result that he's your dad and that he does that and that he coaches you probably respect that. Respect his honesty as well. You know? So, a lot of people, again, might have something to say about that. Him saying those things to you. But if that helps you and motivates you, then who are they to say that that's not the right thing to say, you know?
Yeah, exactly,
Okay, let's have a bit of fun.
Yeah.
So this is a little bit more like what you used to. So we're going to do like this or that.
Yeah.
You can decide between yourselves. You can disagree if you want.
Most likely will.
There's only a few of those, and then we're going to do some he or she.
Yeah.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
We'll start easy. So, gym or running?
Gym.
Oh, that's tough.
Running, you'd say at the moment?
At the moment, I'd say running. But if you were to put it into like going to the gym on your own or running, I'd say running. Or if you would say go to like a HIIT fitness class or running, I'd probably want to do the HIIT class. Because I like to be pushed and I'm the type of person that wants to be like yelled at while working out, and I want to be out of breath and I want to be like bending over, like gasping for air. Like that's the type of workouts I like.
It's meant to be a short answer, that.
Sorry.
I was going to say that, but it's all right. The brutal honesty came back. So it's good.
All right, short answer. I know, sorry.
That's all right. Preston or Arizona?
Preston.
That was quite resounding. Fair play.
Just
all
for people.
Yeah.
Avon Park walks or walking in Arizona?
Avon
Park.
Preston's looking good so far.
We love Avon Park, it's worth saying. And if anyone's looking to run, I would say Avon Park's an amazing place to try and start.
It's my favourite place to walk the dog.
Yeah.
Like, it's not close. So, like, around Preston, it's
an easy, safe route where you know where you are at any time.
Yeah.
And you've got a pub, the Conti on corner, if you ever feel like you just want to sneak a pint in.
I walk from my house, I walk to the park around the block and back. It's like 9k, just over 9k, so it's really
that's good.
Anyways, back on task. Brekkie, breakfast. UK breakfast or US breakfast?
UK breakfast. Easy.
Off the back of that, sausage butty, red sauce, brown sauce.
Sausage. I do brown sauce with sausage, red with bacon.
Both. Red and brown.
At the same time?
Yes.
But I would switch it as well. But if you gave me one for the rest of my life, like I had one more before I died, I'd go sausage, brown, bacon, red. And sometimes
I would be the other way around to that. But,
would you?
Yeah.
But everyone's different, and that's why like everyone's commenting, going, as if you've done that, like, you know, worst thing you've ever done in your life. Yeah. But that's valid, because if you're totally the opposite, you're probably thinking that about me. And I'm like, how can you be opposite of me? And I'm thinking that about you. Like, not really, but like that's the way it goes sometimes. And sometimes we put both on.
I like both.
I'll do one on top at.
See, if I wanted both, I would obviously add a butty or something. I would split it into two, and then one would be red, one would be brown. That's how I would do both. I don't know if I'd
you could do that as well, yeah.
Yeah, that would be my thing. Pizza Roma or Lost Core Kebab?
Bostok Kebab House or Pizza Roma? Bostok Kebab House.
I've never had either.
The Turkish. Turkish.
You've not had it yet?
I've not had
That's
it.
Something else to try?
No, that is something to try.
I used to get the kebabs there all the time, but the pizza's a classic Turkish kebab house as well. Different.
I've been told that. I've never had one, to be fair.
They're just different. If you get a meat feast in there, it just tastes a bit different to a normal pizza. It's not like Neapolitan style, like proper Italian pizza that you get at, like, I guess, Kraft and Crust or somewhere like that. It's more like, it's unique, that pizza. But the best thing about it, the Turkish kebab pizza.
Passionate.
I'm going off on one now. It lasts till day after.
It's meant to be a short answer.
Yeah, what happened to that?
Yeah, but you asked me about food, so. Day after, it's class as well. And not every pizza's good day after. Some of them fall to shit and they're dead soggy because they've got no like layer to it. They're too thin. Whereas this one,
you're an expert at this. Okay, off the back of that, still food, sausage roll, steak bake.
That's a tough one.
Sausage roll.
That's the hardest one yet. I've had more sausage rolls, but I think steak bake on its day is better.
Sausage roll for me.
Sangham's, aka curry, or Happy Valley, aka Chinese.
I'm going to say Sangham's now for the first time ever because Happy Valley chips have gone down the shit pan.
See, I've never had either of these. I've just seen you talk about them, and the Sangham's is like a 5-minute walk from my house.
Do you have
I've
it?
not done it.
Oh,
I've not
right.
been.
Go and sit in your first time. Like being in like your auntie's living room when you go up there.
I'd say Sangham's as well because I love a garlic and cheese naan.
I think in the Sangham's there's more dishes that I would have. There's more different variations. Like I could have 12 different curries and enjoy all of them. Whereas Happy Valley, I get the same order pretty much all the time. I get salt and pepper chicken, I get special fried rice, I get a pot of curry, poppadoms. Not poppadoms.
No, prawn crackers.
Prawn crackers. Yeah.
I'm slipping now. Prawn crackers, and I get the same meal every time, and I do love it. But I used to get chips with it to dip in curry, and the chips have gone shit now. I don't know why. They don't cook them enough.
Fair enough. I've never had either. So yeah, my fiance, don't worry, poppadoms. My fiance calls them the big crisps.
The big crisp. I like that name better.
Right, so we're gonna go he or she. Again, quick fire.
What does that mean? Is it more her or is it more me?
Exactly. Yeah. So for example, who's the boss?
Taylor.
She.
100%.
You say she.
She. That.
Who's louder?
Alex. He.
Who's more stubborn?
Alex. He.
Taylor.
No, Alex.
100% you.
Whatever.
Who's lazier?
Neither.
Neither.
Legit, we're not.
I already know the next one, so I'll do it. Who's up earlier? She.
Taylor.
She.
Who takes longer to get ready?
He.
Yeah, he. Not because I'm like high maintenance, I just piss about. I just lose time.
Who spends longer on the phone?
She. Come on.
Okay, fine, she.
About 8 hours a day.
Yeah, but you too with your FPL.
Who's grumpier?
He. All
Who's
the
funnier?
way. He.
Because of the grumpiness, probably.
Yeah.
Who's more dramatic?
She.
He.
She.
He.
She.
Who overthinks?
She.
She.
Who's more organised?
She.
Who
Me.
forgets stuff?
He.
He.
Who's better under pressure?
She.
She.
Who's more of a stress at airports?
He.
She. No.
He.
What with?
Everything.
Yeah, but you book it all, so I just have to walk through.
Yeah, but then you're like, I'm not ready at the airport security. I have to take my shoes off. It's like you've never done it before every time
to
you
be
get
fair,
there.
like I always end up with a lot of water when you're supposed to dump it, and I'm like having to chug it just before because I forget that I have to like launch it earlier. And then what else?
Everything.
I've never got my passport out when you need it because I always think like they can't need it again, and then I'll put it away in this little bag that I carry with me, and as soon as I get up, right, passport please sir, and I'm like, oh, again? Like, how many times do you want
And
that?
then you're like scrambling.
I'm fairly well versed with this.
I am. I travel all the time, but I just think like, why can't they have a rule where it's just like one time you show your passport?
There's
like,
a lot of faffing that goes on at airports.
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
there,
It is a stressful place.
do you need to take your shoes off your belt, or is it not the right city for that? Or some cities are like that, some aren't.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's, I don't know. I'd rather it were a lot more simple, but I understand why it isn't.
Who's more competitive?
He.
He.
Who trains more consistently?
She.
He? I'm always in gym in Arizona. Never miss a day. And I'm saying to you, like, get off your phone, we need to go to gym.
I don't think that's true, but fine.
I think both for that.
Yeah.
Because we both have a different routine, but we stick to our own routine. And what we have to do, we know what we have to do. And we both do what we have to do.
Yeah.
But we don't do the same thing.
No.
Who would apologise first?
He.
That was fast.
Yeah.
Who holds a grudge for longer?
She.
She.
Who's more romantic? Just remember what recently happened.
He now. Gotta be on it. After the birthday message.
That was the most romantic thing I've ever done. I guess he.
I'm winning it at the moment.
But really, neither of us are romantic.
I'd say neither on that.
Yeah.
Because, like, if we were, we'd have probably spent 30 grand on a mad wedding where, like, 300 people turned up and all that. And then we'd be doing proposals with rose petals and all that. None of that happened for us.
No.
And for anyone who did that, do it. Live your life. But for us, it's like, it does not work.
It's not part of our life, romantic.
Because she'd be like, hey, what are you doing? And I'd be like, yeah, I don't know why I just wasted all my money. Oh, we could have gone somewhere with that money.
Yeah.
You don't want to take me anywhere.
Yeah.
Why have you wasted it?
Yeah.
And that's us.
Fair enough. Who loves the attention more on the socials?
She.
I don't love it.
Come on, Taylor.
No, I don't love it, but it's nice.
No, you don't love the results of it, but you love doing it.
I love doing it.
That's what I would say about
I
Taylor.
wouldn't say I'm the most like comfortable. If you were to put me in a crowd of people, I would not be confident at all.
She'd rather sit in a room on her own and do the socials, but it's like meeting everyone's a bonus and stuff, and she likes to be nice to everyone.
But one-on-one with people. But if it was a group of people, I would not. I would be so like
you're shy, aren't you?
I would just curl up into a ball because that's just not my type of environment. But like one-on-one with people, amazing.
You don't want to be the center of attention, do you? But
No.
you love creating the vids.
Yeah,
That's
where
what I'd
you're
say.
good in front of a crowd if you had to be. Not that you love it, but you have a good.
Being a
personality.
teacher in the past, I think if 50 people that all knew us were there at the same time and they all yelled something, I'd be talking to them.
Yeah, and I would just kind of sit
And
by your side.
she'd come next to me and go, sort this out, will you?
Yeah.
Whereas I'd be the one who did it.
I think a lot of people would probably look and just think, oh, like she's been allowed through the country because to just watch your socials and stuff like that. So again, interesting to get that insight.
Yeah.
So you'd be the loudest in the room.
Definitely.
Just naturally with voice, like loud voice.
Yeah, but you like thrive off of social interactions as well. Whereas like I reach a point where I need to go like recharge in my room because it's just been too overstimulating for me.
I was like that over Christmas. I'm like, okay, I need a day to myself now.
Yeah, yeah. Too many people talking, too many. I don't like having to, I guess, talk about the same thing over and over again. People are like, how are you? How's your time this? I hate that.
I'm better with repetition and stuff like that. I sell at work, and it's just more like, this is the best product because if you're thinking about this, this, and this, like I rehearse things, and I'm happy to talk about stuff that you repeat, but at the same time, if it's someone new and they just want to like talk about the footy or talk about England versus America or whatever, I can switch that off dead quick, and I enjoy like unique interactions with people. And then they walk off and I go, oh, I love that convo there. That guy was brilliant.
You get energized by it, where I like
that lady
drain.
was really nice or whatever. And I'll tell her when I get home, like I met this guy today, these two women, and they were really nice, and this family, whatever. And
Last one. Who's punching?
Me.
You. He. Absolutely. All the way.
Definitely. Jason punching me.
We get those comments all the time. No, but I think you're very handsome.
I agree with everyone.
I think you're very handsome.
I say that means I've got something in my favour that's not the looks. It must be like how loud I am or how annoying I am.
One, I'm 9 years younger than you, so good job. You've done well there. No, 2, for me, obviously, when I first met him, I thought he was very attractive, but then it was like the accent and his personality, and like I'm always giggling in the videos, and I'm always giggling in real life. Like he makes me laugh 24/7. Even at times where he's pissing me off to the max, he'll say something funny, and I just go, I just like fall back into it and be like, all right, this is why I love you, because you make me laugh every single day. So
I think it's worth saying with us that we wanted each other. For the reason that whatever reason it is, we fit. Like whatever I'm shit at, you're good at, and whatever you struggle with, I'm good at, and we fit like a jigsaw piece type thing. And I think when we found each other, we kind of knew that the other
fit, but we're also polar opposite and butt heads. But
there was something there in terms of like instant, wasn't it?
Yeah,
there was something there instantly. Yeah, in terms of like we knew quite early that it were. Whoa, this could happen now, because whatever it is, it was like the people say a spark or whatever, don't they? But
something like that.
it was there, like we fit each other's personality quite well, I think.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have said that to us, like whatever, even if people can't see it from a looks perspective or whatever perspective, it's like when you know us, you go, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the humour is a big part of it. Like you've got to make each other laugh. That's what gets you through, like you say, the stressful days, or if you're a bit pissed off with each other, it's like, okay, I'm just going to try and make a laugh now because I've done something stupid.
Yeah.
So that's
which is usually most days for me. Like,
Well, attraction over time. I mean, when you're 80 years old, you don't feel the same attraction-wise, do you? When you get to that age. But if you I doubt it. You're not going to think I'm not fit at 80 years old, are you?
If you said to me, mum and dad, like, if you said to me, mum and dad, like, or your mum and dad, like, what keeps you together? I'd think they'd say the same thing that started it all.
Yeah.
You'd still see the remnants of that other person.
Humor and just being my best friend.
If those remnants faded away to the point where it was unrecognisable, you'd divorce.
Yeah.
But if the remnants that were there from the start stay, you stick together because you're best mates at the end of the day. Yeah. Marriage is just like a synonym for best friends, really, best mates.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree on the best friends.
You have to be, yeah.
Which I think is a great place to wrap. So before we go, where can people, if they don't already follow you, where can they find you?
On all platforms at Tay and Alex, and it's Alex with 2 X's.
Not Taya and Dale.
And not Taya and Dale. Yeah, some people think his name is Dale because of the way it's
with the 2 kisses after it.
But yeah, at Tay and Alex.
Keep calling me Dale if you want. But
that might confuse things a lot.
That is confusing in this room. But if someone's in public and they shout Dale, I might not turn around. But if you shout Alex, I probably would.
Fair play. Guys, thanks very much for your time.
You too.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Really enjoyed it. For first podcast, it's been... I've enjoyed it. I hope I haven't said it silly, but like it makes you think after, doesn't it? Like, did I say it stupid there?
No, you've been fine.
But loved it.
Say what you want. I mean, that's the beauty about these, isn't it?
You get to be
Just have a
yourself
chat and see what you want.
No, I've really enjoyed it. It's a bit of me, this, because you just like.
because you love to talk.
I just love to be in a room with people who like to talk and discuss stuff. And I think people need to do it more, to be honest.
I love the long form stuff. You know, when I watch YouTube and stuff like that. Like I much prefer. I like short form stuff, but I get more out of the long form stuff.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of YouTube because you're going to get so much from a 15, 20 second reel or
Yeah.
whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
it's a
might
highlight.
make you laugh, but like in terms of like you said, like development or just getting to know people or whatever, this is the best way to do it.
It really is. Yeah, agreed.
People being normal comes out more in long form, doesn't it? I guess like you see more of like people's like twitches and personal like. Anyone who watches me for long enough knows that I'm like I can't sit still. Like I'm really bad with like sitting in the same place because I used to have jobs where every job I've had I walk around while I talk. I don't sit. So like sitting's really hard for me.
That's how your legs are.
Gives you energy, doesn't it? Like when you're selling as well, like to be moving around. And stuff.
I thrive off like body movement and energy and stuff. So like my knees start shaking and then I'll be like picking my teeth and I'll pick my nose or whatever it is. And it's just like, I just can't sit still, but love to chat.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's fun.
Wicked. Well, you can get home and get a cup of tea now.
Yeah. Nice one.
Cup of tea and a biscuit.
Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
It's been quality.
Much appreciate it. We'll have to get a snap before you go.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll do it.
Wicked.